Did you make this cute doll? Well, it's finally time to make her a dress. You can print out this pattern on my website. It's a basic sloper. I don't have a printer, so I went to Ginkgo's. Just cut out straight along the black lines, the outlines. The seam allowance is included on this, unlike the doll patterns, because you never know how you're going to arrange these dress patterns on top of actual clothes. Like this one, I'm putting on this cute floral design. So I'm actually blocking the pattern pieces according to how I would want the designs. I went ahead and traced the sleeve instead of like layering and cutting it, because then I could have more control over where the design would fall. I pinned the pieces down, then I cut them out along the seam allowance edge. Pretty basic stuff. I cut out the general shapes and then go in and do all the little curves and details after. Okay, so the skirt piece, I'm not making according to the printout. I have that cut on the bias, and you can do 1 or 2 layers depending on how much fullness you want to do. But the main idea is you use the block of paper, cut it along the fold, and if you want a cute full skirt, you cut it once and gather it. If you want an extra full, you cut it twice and then attach on one of the sides, and that side becomes your center front, and then you make your piece. I didn't do the bias because I wanted the design to be straight. Okay, so next you have the front and back bodice pieces. I attach them at the shoulder seam first, and it's easy if you press everything flat along the way. Then you get the sleeves and then gather along the top sleeve cuff, so it's the right amount of size so it matches the armhole, and then attach them all together. After they're attached, I went ahead and clip along the armhole to allow for curves, but be careful, don't cut everything off. And then you can also clip out little weird extra threads you might find here and there. And I went ahead and clipped a notch for the center front neckline, and then I go ahead and I turn the inside neckline in and sew it, and then I turn the outside back closures and close it. Then I also close the cuff edge, turn it underneath. So see there I have the 2 pieces of the skirt I've attached together. I'm going to turn and sew both sides of the edges. That's where you can have your closure if you want, and I'm going to go ahead and hem it along the bottom. See, that's how I've turned the back seam, what will become the back seam. And then prepare to gather it all into the body. But before I do that, I'm going to close the side seam and the sleeve all in one. It's pretty satisfying to do that, because then you go from having a bunch of flat pieces to a cute body. I go ahead and clip along the curves, clip off some little extra threads, and then go ahead and press the side seams open, gather the skirt. And see, when I gathered it, I was like, oh, I could add a little trim. So it's important to do this before you gather it, because then it's just a lot easier. So I added some trim along the bottom edge, then I gathered, and then I attached it to the waistline. I think the finished waist measurement is something like 6 inches, but just follow the pattern, use your eye. I just gather manually on the machine. So to get the bottom opening, I just close the bottom 2 inches right there, turn it inside out, and then shimmy the dress on. Now you could also attach Velcro and then sew that by machine before you close the bottom. That would be really handy, but I'll probably do snap closures on this, which I'll do off camera because I'm lazy and I hate snaps. So this is the dress. She turned out pretty cute inside, all the right side out, everything. I just have the back pinned, but you can see how easily it holds together. I finally decided to style her hair a little bit too. I could set this by needle and thread, but I want to keep playing with this doll, so I'm just winding the hair in some coils and securing it with some small, tiny clear elastics. I was kind of going for this like wide, voluminous Barry Lyndon kind of a wig. Obviously she's modern and cute and a pastel version of that, but I think she turned out pretty adorable. So if you want, you could just easily extend the sleeve length on this. You can add a ruffle to the edge of the sleeve. You could extend the skirt length on this. I don't even really use patterns all the time when I sew. So this is really just like a base for you to explore and try and make your own doll some cute outfits. I'm going to be offering more patterns and stuff as we go along. So thanks for checking this out.